While in university, I just realized that to gain any wealth, it had to be more than just putting money in a bank account, a savings account. You know what? I'm going to start learning and investing in the markets. One of the key challenges for any investor, especially if they're a novice, to figure out what should I invest in? What should I listen to? I don't have a lot of time in my day because I'm really busy. I'm very lucky to have the support that allows me to make decisions where I'm not taking up a lot of time. And I find the TD framework and model works for my lifestyle.
Hometown Trader, brought to you by TD Direct Investing.
Hello and welcome to Hometown Trader. I'm your host, Niko Apparel. We trade from home offices, local cafes, and quiet moments in our day. Today, we're in Hamilton, Ontario to meet Joe Camillo, an entrepreneur and investor whose journey reflects the city's transformation beyond its industrial roots into a diverse economic powerhouse. Hometown Trader is about independent investors like Joe from across the country who manage their own wealth, building financial freedom on their own terms, far away from the frenzy of the financial districts. Hamilton, often called the Hammer, is undergoing a renaissance. With the population nearing 800,000 in 2025, its economy is diversifying beyond steel. Joe's story mirrors this evolution. A former national team rower, Joe channeled his discipline into business after earning his MBA from McMaster University. He co-founded Regatta Sport in 1988 and later acquired a local cut and sew operation, renaming it Niko Apparel Systems after his eldest daughter.
Manufacturing apparel in Canada is probably one of the most riskiest ventures to ever go into. And somehow, we've not only been able to survive, but we've been able to thrive.
Joe's business mirrors his investment strategy: diversify and adapt. He specializes in custom team apparel for niche sports like rowing, dragon boat, and curling, while also developing innovations like his patented Impact and Slash neck guard. During COVID-19, Joe pivoted from sportswear to mass production for hospitals and major sports organizations, preserving jobs and keeping his business viable. An adaptability he applies to investing as well.
I think in terms of investing, I've learned to not overreact, to not be so impulsive, to be calm, and to ride it out. In the sense, in the end, things will work out. There's always an equilibrium.
His philosophy aligns with Hamilton's economic strategy: diversify, adapt, and seize opportunities. Hamilton's economy is projected to grow by 2.5% in 2025, fueled by advanced manufacturing, finance, and a booming services sector. While the city remains Canada's largest steel producer, its evolution is evident in a thriving downtown core and emergent industries. However, recent Canada-US tensions have created uncertainty for steel towns like Hamilton, Ontario, which rely heavily on cross-border trade. Despite managing his two businesses and his family's investments, Joe maintains a balanced approach. He starts his day at 5 a.m., checking markets and reading the newspaper, allocating about an hour daily to reviewing his investments. Joe's story is one of determination and ingenuity, qualities that define Hamilton itself.
Why I wanted to start my own business was the need and desire to be creative. I love creating stuff. I get such a kick and so proud of what we've done. I think having something come from nothing derives value for me. Working for myself and working with the team allowed me to explore that and to thrive in that environment. Sometimes the people that say, you can't do it, I'm gonna try to prove you wrong. Not just to prove you wrong, but I think there's some value in there. I think there's value in making a neck guard with an impact piece in there. No one said it would work. And you know what? It's working. My wife was a youth care worker and I was a teacher. We both lost our jobs due to budget cuts. We had a daughter coming, our first of 4, and I decided to purchase the small manufacturing operation. I bid on a job to make whip rack covers for Cadillac. I knew nothing about it. The person who was a friend said, Joe, can you make it? I said, I'm gonna figure it out. I more than doubled my money on that first order. That sort of provided the seed money to help me continue to grow. To do that, to not really know what I was doing and to learn on the fly with the staff that cared, I quickly learned the ropes. What sets my business apart from others is the fact that we're very innovative, that we're not afraid to take risks. We have a team of experienced professionals that makes you feel confident that someone says it can't be done. Well, I'll figure it out. One of the hardest parts of being an entrepreneur is balancing everything. I have a lot of things in my mind that just, I don't stop. And that's the problem, is sometimes to compartmentalize and to keep it all into silos is very, very hard for me, from family to friends to business to businesses. It's very hard. Making sure that you don't go off on tangents and you waste valuable time. My approach to risk management is that I take it in measured doses. I look for opportunities and I will meet and consult with the team. I'll do the research and I'll allocate a certain amount of my capital to work on the market. For example, with the neck guards that we launched in 2016, it started off very careful, very measured, not enough to lose my business because I went all in. Much like what someone would say with a particular stock or an investment where they go all in. I have to be careful. I would look at opportunities, say, okay, I'm willing to invest this type of time and money and resources with my staff. And if I don't see something come to fruition with a certain period of time, I would abandon it, or I would continue to grow it. And for example, with the neck guards, we've done tens of thousands, and that's through past experience and an allocation of capital. At the beginning, I think I was very impulsive. I've learned over time to temper that. And that also comes through success and confidence, knowing that I've made enough right mistakes that I've made as opposed to wrong. Stepping back, consulting with the team, and then coming back with a measured response is better. And some of the biggest challenges is in running a business is finding a team that supports and realizes the goals that you want. Not having a cohesive unit that basically sees the way you see things and follows you and guides you, leads you to different areas, and then you lose time and effort. I think believing in yourself and having a team that believes with you and also is committed to helping you succeed is so critical in success in business. Without the team, you're really nothing. Our staff is our success. Without them, I would never have the life that I have. Their ideas, their input, they've helped improve, streamline operations. I try to provide a good working environment, paying fair wage that they can make a living and enjoy their lives, compensating them and bonusing them when we're successful, they're successful. I think staff retention is about mutual respect, showing that you appreciate the work that they do and giving them something that they're proud of as well. When people say it can't be done, when people say, wow, don't you make it in China? Is that not coming from China? Is it coming from overseas? No, we make it here with people employed here in this community. And that makes the difference.
A life-altering hit-and-run accident at 17 became a catalyst for Joe's future. Following his recovery, he discovered rowing, which ignited a new passion. Later, Joe used the accident settlement to start investing, marking the beginning of his trading journey while he was at university. These experiences in rowing and investing profoundly shaped both his personal and professional life.
I think a specific moment or event that really influenced me was when I look at the statements and I would see how little money I'd be making in these safer investments. I thought I could do better. And what I would see on the outside, obviously, growing up, learning, I came into school. I mean, obviously, even from the accident that I had no intention to even go to university, to really, this changed my whole course of life, getting knocked up and having to sort of refocus and looking at opportunities and seeing that the markets provided a greater opportunity for reward. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to start learning and investing in the markets. One of the key challenges for any investor, especially if they're a novice, is trying to figure out, what should I invest in? What should I listen to? Because, of course, you're getting static, you're getting a lot of news. I had a certain amount of a pocket that I had, so I had to make sure that whatever I invest in, that it was the right thing. So making that decision, reading, researching, watching TV, of course, listening to my peers. I think I was more reactive, whereas now I'm more measured in terms of how I look at my protocol, the way I look at companies, and not react the way I did when I was young. I did chase sometimes late in the game certain companies that perhaps already realized their value. So now I'm not as reactive. I think what significantly affected my investment career is just the maturation of who I am as a person and not become afraid of things that happen that are outside control and to somehow capitalize on it. And to look at these events not as, oh my God, everything is falling. I would say my portfolio's dropped by X amount, but you know what? I feel there's opportunity. And instead of just lamenting over it, I would say that what I would do is look at those companies during those monumental times and perhaps where they've been beaten down and people have run away, that perhaps that there is value, and that by staying the course, it's not to react all the time and to feel confident that the companies that you're picking have performed well over the long term. I consider risk in measured responses, meaning that I often will get excited if I see a particular trend or in an industry that is growing or a specific company that is growing, maybe sometimes feeling that maybe I'm missing the boat. When I do invest, I invest obviously in different industries and different sectors. And when I look at a certain amount that I'm willing to put in within my portfolio, I'll put in a measured amount, maybe a couple percent, 2 or 3%. I may average down, I may buy in, but it's never massive holding. So I do mitigate risk when I look at opportunity. I follow myself and I follow the trends and I follow the markets. I don't really adhere to any particular investing advice. Way back when I started with Greenline, we had mutual funds, all 4 kids. We converted to an RESP. We exercised the grants. We maximized the grants every year. The maximum amount I invested was $168,000. I will tell you that all 4 of my kids, 3 have been paid for. The 4th is fine. And the value and growth of those stocks have grown many fold. That was over a period of time. That allowed me, that investment turned into hundreds of thousands of dollars. I was very lucky, but I didn't react. I could see a trend, but the point is, don't overreact and allow that to work. Allow it to reinvest. Within TD Direct Investing, I would say that the charts and analysis that I would get through the ratings, so I would look at ratings, I would look at the analysts. I would, of course, when I delve into a particular stock, I always look at the trends. I'm one that follow trends and follow patterns and follow earnings. The TD Directing platform itself allows me to scan and analyze. And most of the time, I make good decisions, not all the time. What I really like is the platform that provides me the ease to trade quickly. The people there that I've dealt with, both on a personal level and through the phone, have been outstanding. So having that customer support, not waiting forever, being frustrated, hanging up, that very rarely happens. There is a comfort level there. And I feel that for my lifestyle and my investment goals, it's served me well.
From business to trading, Joe's journey highlights how core skills translate across different fields. Because he's been successful in both worlds, he has a unique understanding of how to build a strong company and a smart trading strategy. His experiences demonstrate that what you learn in one area can help you succeed in the other.
For newcomers starting a business or getting into the markets or investing, start slow, start smart, do your research, but also don't be afraid. I think you have to possess a lot of traits. Don't overreact. Make sure that you love what you do. Again, in terms of investing, that you're interested. It's not just chasing a fad, chasing a streak. And when it comes to starting something, that you want to create wealth and build something, that it's something that you're competent in, that you feel good about, that you have a skill set and you've trained for that. With respect to running businesses, starting and becoming an entrepreneur, I think the one thing I would say is listen and learn. I think it's important that you feel comfortable with what you know. And if you don't, then venture carefully, because success in business will transfer. As in investing, the more you know, the better you'll feel, and the people around you will feel that as well. Separating emotions when it comes to trading and business is sometimes very difficult, especially right now as we're dealing with very tumultuous times. I think, again, remembering that you just need to breathe in and out, that the day will come and that things will pass. As crazy as some things happen in a certain day, they'll settle down. So stepping back, taking thought, and not overreacting at the beginning. The legacy that I hope to leave behind is that I did the best I can do, pass it on to my family, allow the people that are here with me every day to enjoy the day and not feel, oh my God, I'm coming into work today, I'm going to dread that, because life is too short.
Joe's rise from small-town entrepreneur to successful local trader was fueled by resilience, vision, and self-reliance. His determination and family values helped him overcome obstacles, build thriving businesses, and achieve financial independence. making him a hometown inspiration and a valued contributor to his community. From right here in Hamilton, Ontario, thanks for watching Hometown Trader.